I feel like I've been telling fables, stories. Because it was weird. Sometimes I would pop in and say something, and then I would be pulled right back out. Like, no, what the heck?
What do you think?
I don't believe any of it.
Come on now.
Oh, gosh,
What don't you believe?
that's insane. Because you think you know what you're doing, right?
Mhm.
You think you know how to heal yourself and what's going on.
Mhm.
Wow. I
You
never
do.
saw that house so clearly, though, that one where all that damage happened.
Yeah, yeah. There was a portal opened up there, which it got burnt.
Holy.
It got burnt down, so I assume that the portal got shut back down.
Yeah, there's still not a house there. It's just a piece of flat land.
Is it? All
Yeah,
right.
I drive by there and I'm like, oh, there's woof. Wow.
I guess you could do that when you drive by there, though, is make sure that there's no portal still opened up and close it down.
Yeah.
Um, you can do that. We do that in a session sometimes. I didn't think about it when I was in the session.
That's okay. I drive by there once in a while. I go kayaking. I can stop and just have a. Actually, I did that a couple times, but I didn't stop.
Yeah. And once you close it down, be done. You can even do it. You can even do it from home. You can go
Yeah, that's true.
close the portal down, or send Archangel Michael to close that portal down if there is
Now
any.
that, now that I can see what a horrible place it was.
Yeah. Perfect. So, man,
Wow.
we removed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, look at that. I can move my neck now.
Good gravy. That's awesome. You're
Yeah.
you're brighter. You're clear.
Wow.
You're like glowing now.
I
Can you?
got a wicked headache at some point through there, and I was just like, just breathe through it. It's fine. Your brain's expanding or something. Just let it go.
Uh, do you still have a headache now?
A little bit, but it feels like it's an expansive headache, if that makes any sense. It
Yes.
feels like it's doing this.
Hmm. Hmm. And that happens a lot. And I think after my wife had her session, she had a severe splitting headache. That point that she was like when I had me go take her to the hospital,
Oh no.
and I was just getting ready. I was in a session actually, and uh, I had sent the angels there to help her to get rid of it, and it just lifted. It just
Yeah,
gone.
those angels are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. And so, yeah, you might feel stuff like that. You might still feel stuff lifting off of you. You
Yeah.
might feel little prings and prangs, and that pineal gland. We in the medical field, we are never told anything about. I don't know if you were, but we are never told anything about the pineal gland.
No, it was just calcified on CT scan. Look at that. It's calcified. We don't need it.
Nope, don't need.
And it was always like a bright, shiny white because it was so calcified with fluoride.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's horrible.
Hmm. That we,
Oh,
but we need it, and so that
yeah.
and
Well,
it's the size of an almond calcified, but it expands out to be the size of a golf ball when it's functioning normally.
yeah, I think that's what's happening with these headaches, eh, with your wife.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I can feel it too. And it's expanding. It's opening up. But that's where, during the daytime, that's where our serotonin comes from to keep,
Yeah.
and then now in the nighttime, our melatonin's produced there.
Yeah.
And then when we're dreaming, the DMT is produced. So,
That was so weird. These things they were so real. Like the sarcasm
yeah.
and they were trying to hide. They were trying to hide from you.
Hmm. Yep, they do that. They know me. I've
It
had a
was
few of them.
amazing.
A few of them tell me, "We know you. We know what you're here to do. We
Yeah.
don't like you. Don't like your beard."
Yeah. There's a monk that comes through you. I meant to tell you when you do the
As
process of the counting down and the hypnosis, this monk face kept coming
no shit, really.
through you, and it's through your voice. That's who's controlling your voice. And he has a bunch behind. I don't know. I saw this vision, and there's a bunch behind him.
Oh wow.
So he knows exactly what he's doing, and you know exactly what you're doing with that. So that was amazing. That's why I remember thanking him at some point.
I'd like to. Is that monk then my higher self? or
He's part of, you've got a lot of people there that are your higher self. It's not just, like I
Yeah.
said, those 3 ETs help you, those 3 tall ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that monkey's got like more people behind him. It's like a collective.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but he's the one that comes through that throat.
That's why I sound different when I'm doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's just like I can't even listen to myself when I'm doing the induction because it doesn't really sound like me.
Yeah. Well, it's not. So there you go.
I want to start seeing that stuff.
Well, you will.
I need to. Yeah, it'd be great. So you're in
Holy.
deep contemplation here now.
Oh, I gotta put my glasses on so I can see your face. There we go. I should ask for a eyeball healing.
Healing.
Well, that I never expected any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Pretty incredible.
But you know what, looking back, the little bits I can remember now, I'll have to listen to the tape, but it goes to where your interests go, right?
As far as explain.
Well, history stuff. I'd look at, watching these boats, and I was exploring these old boats, and then the family history in England, and
yeah.
And I had at some point, some higher self, somebody told me, just stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I was encouraging whatever was entrained in you is still there, and it's enjoying this information because it's part of their life. And
right. So yeah, they're seeing and hearing things through us too. So
yeah,
and that's a lot. We're addictions, and we've sent a lot of patients to the psych wards and stuff like that. Well,
yeah,
it's because they had entities. A
yeah.
lot of the addictions come from entities that we never knew.
Oh yeah, look at the bars.
Right.
You know how many barflies are hanging around there? Like they hang at the doorway and they jump on you.
Right.
Oh, strip clubs are bad.
I wanted to ask more about the entity that attached from the ground. That was
so creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that shocked me. It even shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a lot of creepy stuff, but it's like this thing has, I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
And I forgot to warn you that I yawn when I'm clearing too. So
no, that's perfect.
I can't help it. It just happens. But this thing, I was looking at a graveyard. I don't know if I told you that, but it goes around like this, and it's just under the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going through, and it's picking up, I am assuming, people that are still attached to their bodies.
Mm.
And it's collecting them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making them angry. And then I don't know why these things are stuck in the ground, but they think they have to stay in the dirt. They get so convoluted in their minds, these poor beings.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them stuck in houses. There'll be one entity that will hold lots of them in a house.
Mm-hmm.
And you try and release one of them, and this mean, he calls himself the devil, but who God knows. They keep themselves entrained in there, and they don't let them leave.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So, but yeah, this thing with these people in the dirt, I've never seen that before. I had no idea.
So they let little Damien go because they wanted him to do something to you.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they let him go, to keep you from connected.
That was so weird, that poor little guy.
Yeah.
And I could see him. I could see what he looked like. I could see his clothing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's it's so incredible that we never knew that this stuff was attached to us or could be attached.
I'm getting chilled now.
You knew more than I knew, like about protections and stuff with the jobs that we did. But I wish I kind of would have known more about that when I was really, because I'm not even working as a medic anymore. I've been ever since I started doing this. I don't have any desire to go back. I don't want to.
No.
But I wish I would have known that back then. But it was all learning, I think.
Yeah, because the dead people attached to you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you've got one that sits out here. It's a female. She was in a car accident. Her face is all mangled, and she sits out here.
Really?
You should get one of your practitioners to look at that one.
Really? She's off to the side.
Yeah, her name is Susie or Susan or something with an S, and she sits way back out there.
Well, let's talk to Susie.
But she's got the fear factor in her, right? She likes it.
Let's clear it.
Okay, let me have a look.
Let's clear her.
And how old are you right now? You,
Me,
Tony, how old are you?
49.
Okay, so this came in when this happened when you were 47,
Mm,
because I was going to say you're 47.
hmm.
Were you a medic then?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when she came in, when you were 47.
Hmm.
So she's just like, oh, damn it.
What's her
See,
story?
she knows she's not supposed to be there. She was in a car crash and she saw you.
Mm,
You didn't attend her or anything because she was already gone. She was like quite smashed up.
hmm.
Do you remember that car accident?
Mm,
Do you remember attending something like that?
no, oh, I have so many of them. Can't.
Because the mail was okay. You were looking after the mail, and it looks like a child in the back seat. She was in the passenger, and she's the one that got mushed up. She must have
Hmm.
got hit by a car.
Hmm.
She was just pissed off, but she thought you were cute.
Yeah.
But you know what, Susie? Your grandmother and your aunts are waiting over here for you. So
Mhm.
if you just look up and sever that connection to this man, he doesn't lead you there. He did not give consent for you to be there. You won't be sad if you leave. Look at all the people that are waiting for you, and they all love you. They're all waiting for you.
Let's have those family members give her a message.
Yeah. They're saying, you come with us. We'll help you. They're opening up this huge, beautiful, big golden, it's just a big golden area. She's kind of looking at it, but yeah. And you have a child there as well. Okay, so that's going to help her go. She's going to go stay with this child. Okay. So what she would like to do to you is she would pinch your neck,
Mm.
like pinch you back here all the time. And she liked poking you. She'd poke you. And
Oh, that's funny.
she's kind of annoying.
Gone now?
Yep.
Perfect. That's funny though that you say that because I would do that. I would like get a kink or a
Yeah.
crick in my neck. All of a sudden, it was just there.
Yeah, she would just pinch you. She wanted your attention.
Well,
Oh, that makes me hot.
see, that's why I want to start being able to see that kind of stuff so I can start clearing people
Yeah.
and moving them up. Even spaces like buildings and houses and places too. Being able to clear those. I mean, that's an amazing gift you have right there.
Well, that I was shown that sacred space. It was just, they just said, watch this, you know? You ever see those movies where they say, watch this?
Yeah.
And you just declare a sacred space and you really feel that in your heart. And it calms the room. It will change a room entirely.
Hmm.
And I used to have to do that at work a few times because if people are getting like out of hand and families, and I would
Yeah.
just stand there and hold a sacred space and just let it melt. And some of the family would get mad and leave. It's like,
Mm.
see ya. Because they didn't like that frequency, right? I wouldn't get into a tug of war with them. I refused to, and they would leave.
Yeah.
And they would come back and fight with another nurse, and all hell would break loose. But
Right. Right.
so, so you try that. I'll show you how to do that because it's so easy.
Hmm.
You just pull down that energy into yourself. I'll just show you how it feels. There, and it just calms the entire room down.
Hmm.
And all
Beautiful.
you have to say is, this is my sacred space, and then just let it be.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
See, you can feel things. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, I know. I can feel. I would just like to start being able to see it as well. I can feel them. I can
Yeah.
feel them there. That's
Well,
incredible.
start asking yourself why you don't, because it's probably from your job, because we saw so many horrible things, right?
Well, we blocked it out. I blocked it out. I know I blocked it out. I probably blocked it out when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
And you see so much horrible shit that you don't want to see anymore. So it ends up. I had a few, like my first session with Laura, there was a lot of past scenes and I had were cleared off, past people
Wow.
attached to me from being on those scenes. I have
Yeah.
no idea. Nobody ever told me this shit before.
Yeah.
And then, then we move through life and you keep getting more and more weighted down, more and more burdened with it. And you don't even know what it is.
You don't know why you feel so heavy. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Or
It's
why all of a
perfect.
sudden you want to go somewhere or go do something or, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
But
So
we're
we
on the right, we're doing it right.
absolutely, we removed a lot of shit from you. We've
Un-
reestablished connection. You're supposed,
Unbelievable.
you're going to be releasing that fear and stuff. I didn't ask a question about the why have all the business ventures failed because we got that answer.
I kind of got that. Yeah.
Yeah, we got that answer about what you need to release and those negative thoughts aren't going to be coming in your head anymore. So,
Yeah. That's
but
it. That's why you need to have a balancing with somebody else to do this because
mhm,
it
yep,
shocked me about my friend though, because we have done healing sessions with each other. We traded sessions for years.
mhm, yeah,
And I
and
knew she would suck things out of me and want all the information to be hers because she was smarter than me, right?
yeah,
But I
and
didn't ever expect her to do harm back.
yeah, and but did you feel that way when you were doing it with her? Did you feel like she was possibly doing that?
A couple times, and then I would stop it.
Mm, mhm. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, which is too bad. But now she's having all these physical problems and doesn't let anybody help her. Like, well,
Yeah.
whatever. I had to stop. I just said no. I'm done doing this with you.
Mhm. Well, and that's why I think it's why every few months or whenever I feel like I need it, I go in and have a session done by somebody.
Hmm.
Um, it's you need help sometimes to get that monkey off your back that you just can't reach, or the
Yeah,
tick that you just can't reach it, and they help you to do that and help you with getting more information coming in to help you out on this journey,
yeah,
help you to
yeah.
expand it. It's
So I'm
pretty.
interested to hear back what that higher self was talking about this ascension because it felt like it was such a struggle to get that information out.
Mhm.
She wasn't really talking clearly. And
Yeah.
I felt like she was trying to really not say too much.
Mhm.
I was seeing the visions and I thought, well, why don't you just spit it out? Like, that's my frustration. It's like, I want to know right now. Just spit it out. you know?
And that's the problem with us in these human bodies, though, is
Yeah.
we need to have that information. We want them information now, and it's all in divine timing.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes the information is held a bit because it would change the trajectory of how it's going
Probably. Yeah.
a little bit because they don't. I mean, there's some information that we just aren't to know yet. Not the
We
time.
wouldn't understand anyway. Like this thing about them emerging with us or whatever they did when they would come and visit me at night.
Yeah.
Like I never, like I said, I thought I knew stuff. I guess I don't. Now I know I don't know much.
We're learning every day. It's perfect. It's
Oh
beautiful.
gosh.
It's beautiful. We just
Yes,
can't put too much of attachment to it.
I know. Well, thank you so much. You've gone over your time. So
Absolutely. I love doing it. You were so connected. I'm just like I can't just stop it because we went over, I think. I'm pretty sure we did.
no, you could have yelled at me.
No, no, we
Hey,
didn't.
you come back.
No, it was perfect. You were doing great with it. There was no problems and there was no reason why not just to keep going because it was perfect. You were really connected very high. I mean,
No.
that was pretty interesting how the higher self showed you in that scene how it happens, how they're inside of us, watching,
Yeah.
guiding us.
And I was able to step into her body and I'm like, this is really weird. Because she looks like an ET, but not a gray one.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Like it was like a pearly skin, like a
Yeah.
luminescent skin.
But it's funny. As soon as the word Palladium would come up, she would be like, no, that's just a cover. So there's something that is because we've been taught to accept the words, certain
Yeah.
words, and
Mhm.
there's so much more behind them.
Mhm.
So it's like we're being spoon-fed all these ideas and things, and then we'll accept that, and then we'll accept a little bit more, a bigger chunk. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Who knows?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, my dear. Well, thank you.
How do you feel? Pretty incredible?
Yeah. My mind's blown.
Perfect. It's gonna, once you watch this video back too, once I get it edited to you and sent, make sure you watch it back, because there'll be some stuff that you forgot, and more integration going on, and just let that all sink in and integrate. Make sure you remember to ground as much as you can. Make sure you get as much rest as you need.
Yeah.
And there's one thing, other thing I needed to tell you. What was it? Ground, rest. I'll drink plenty of good water too.
I'm thirsty now. Absolutely. I can tell.
Make sure.
Thank you for suggesting this chair, because I was flailing my arms around.
Oh yeah, you were moving like quite crazy. It
was affecting my body.
It was awesome.
Pulling that little bugger out of there. Oh my God, that was tough.
I feel, and I need to ask you again though, to make sure that you're okay with me sharing this on YouTube. I think is a lot of good information there.
See, it's always there's that fear again that people are going to think you're crazy and not want to believe it. But
well,
if they don't want to believe it, they won't hear it.
Right. And are you good? Because this was one too, because of your movement, and I'll let you watch it first before I share it on YouTube to make sure that you're okay with it. But I think this is one that would be good to share the image of you sitting there, because it's you sitting in the chair, and sometimes it helps. But if you don't want me to show your image, that's fine.
No, that's fine. I won't. No, you can.
It's up to you. Well, I'll let you watch it and see what you think. Make sure, and just give me your final opinion on that too, sure. whether I can share it or not once you watch it back. But I think it was we had a lot of incredible information coming in on that.
I can't wait to hear it.
and there wasn't as much personal information. I don't think there's a lot of stuff that I got to take out. So no. I think we're good.
Okay.
So perfect. Well, Cindy,
that was wonderful. Nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we did this.
It's been a pleasure. And I'll see you again soon. And I love you so much.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Okay. Have a good day. See you.
You too. Take care. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Pass your awareness down the body, starting at the head, and let me know if you find anything.
The left eye. It's hot.
As we focus deeper on this left eye that is hot, we're going to have Archangel Michael place his net of white light around this left eye that has this hot sensation in it. And as we focus deeper on this energy, what color do you sense this energy to be?
Dark purple.
And I'd like to speak to this dark purple energy causing a hot sensation in the left eye. I'd like to speak to it. If it had anything to say, what would it say?
It says I'm angry.
Why is it that you're angry? What has made you angry?
Because I can't see.
Tell me more about yourself. Do you ever remember a time of having a human body?
I see the sister poking something in that side. Mm-hmm. She left an imprint.
Yes. Let's speak to this energy. Is this a consciousness?
No.
No. Tell me more about this sister poking into the left eye.
There, she had a needle and she was poking it into the temple. Mm-hmm. It's like there was an intent left there. Mm-hmm. An intent to harm. Mm-hmm. And not to see.
Yes. We have that net all the way around that energy of this intent from the sister. Mm-hmm. And was this from the sister in this one's lifetime?
I'm hearing yes, and many more.
Yes. And is there a consciousness there that we need to speak with today, or is this from the intent of the sister? Tell me about them many more.
It's trying not to let me speak, but
Mm-hmm.
it's an awareness.
Yes. What is trying not to let you speak?
I don't know. It's got a hand on my throat as well.
Let's have Archangel Michael place his net of white light around the throat area. Place his net of light around that throat area. All the way around. And what do we sense there that has the hand around the throat, not letting you speak?
There was something in that house that she conjured up, and it just grabbed my neck, and wow.
And as we focus deeper on this feeling, this energy, this awareness of this conjuring.
No, it's in my left shoulder.
And is this left shoulder connected to this?
Yes.
Yes. Let's have Archangel Michael place a net of white light around that shoulder now as well. All the way around where this energy exists. It cannot move any further. Let's go ahead and focus deeper on that.
Thank you.
Let's make it sure that we do not have a consciousness here that we need to speak with. What does this look like?
It looks like a little dark gremlin or something dark, and it's pushing on my left, and it's just like hanging on.
And this dark gremlin is from the sisters, what she conjured up.
Yeah, it's like the house had it in it, and they just kind of got together. And
I'd like to speak to this dark gremlin. I'd like to speak to this dark gremlin. If it had anything to say, what would it say?
Fuck you.
Glad you're speaking to me. Why are you telling me to fuck off?
Because I've had this one for so long. Look, I can make her do stuff.
Yes. And how is it that you got into this one? How did you get into this one?
I'm seeing my house in Williams Lake. A portal was opened there. Like my sister just brought all this with her and invited this in. Who knew?
And what was this one going through in her lifetime that allowed you to attach to her?
Just isolation from everyone. Brought on by the sister and the dad.
Yes. And why are you doing that to this one?
Because I can. I don't want her here. I want her to go. She's golden, and I hate golden.
Yes, you don't like the light. Who sent you here? The sister allowed you in, but who sent you here to do this to this one?
Hearing the devil on my throat.
Yes. Let's have Quan and Raphael gather around you. They're going to assist. They're going to assist with the healing of the throat to help you. The devil sent you here, but what did he want you to do?
Oh, I'm seeing the word kill, but he won't say it.
Why don't you want to say the word kill? What did the devil tell you about the light? What did he tell you about?
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Why is it that he told you that? Why did he tell you not to look at the light?
Because it looks so wonderful.
You see that
wonderful.
You see that light now, don't you?
Yes.
It has to be getting very difficult in this one to be doing what the devil wanted you to do, is it not?
Yes, it looks wonderful. Can I leave now?
Yes, I'm going to help you out, but I need to know what other issues you've been causing this one since you attached. What other issues have you caused?
Agitation. She's always pissed off about something. And the sister enjoys it.
Yes. Is there anything else that you've been doing?
Oh, agitating the mother and the father. I can touch them all.
I see.
Oh.
And do you do anything else with her energy? With this agitation?
I suck it out. I don't let her have it.
Mm-hmm. And where do you feed this energy to?
Into the sister.
Yeah, she's taking it. And since the devil told you to fear the light, does it make any sense that you're actually using the light for yourself, that you're taking it? Does that make sense to you?
It did. It did.
How about now? How about now that our light's getting bigger and you see how this beautiful light, how beautiful it is?
There's a fear.
Going to have the angels gather around you. They're going to help you. They're going to help you. I want you, they're going to tell you what you can benefit if you detach from this one and go with us to the light. What do they tell you?
That I won't enjoy the pain anymore.
Mm-hmm. What else do they tell you?
I can detach from the sister as well.
Mm-hmm. What do they show you your journey is going to be like if you detach?
I can enjoy the golden light and I can let go of I've been wearing a shell and I can let go of that shell.
Beautiful. And how do you look once you let go of that shell?
The golden light being myself.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I
Are
was
you?
trapped.
Yes. And you were lied and deceived to do this job. Is there any other issues you've been causing this one since, other than the agitation?
We make the nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
I will take that with me.
Mm-hmm. And how is it that you control the nervous system? Are you causing the pain in this one?
Yes, threads. I send threads. I'm going to pull them out now.
Yes, beautiful. You pull them out and start gathering them up for us so we can get to. You're there by yourself?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead and gather up all those threads. And if you're ready to go, you're ready to go with us to the light?
Okay.
You're beautiful.
I go now.
Beautiful. What I want you to do is I want you to look deep inside your beingness. Look deep inside your beingness for that tiny spark of source. That's your own light source. That's your own golden light. You see that light?
Yes.
Let's expand that light out to be larger than what you are. Expand it all the way out.
Become it.
Yes. You can be that golden being again. How does that feel?
Just have to get through that portal that's right there.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna help you get you out.
Yes, because the sister holds it.
Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and lift you out of this one, and then we're gonna close down that portal after we lift you out of this one.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna count backwards from 3 to 1. We're gonna send a pulse of blue light through the net. This is gonna help you to detach and remove all those threads through this one. I want you, as we do this, to place all your energy into that net so I can lift you out. I want this one to feel this energy lift off. 3, sending that pulse of blue light through the net, swirling through, detaching, pulling all those threads out. The angels are assisting to help put all that energy into the net. It's all in the net now. All in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. 2, almost out now. And 1, out in the light of source with the angels. But before you go, is there anything that you would like to tell this one?
Thank you.
Beautiful. Is there anything this one would like to tell this energy before he goes?
Go in peace.
Beautiful. Let's cut that final cord between these two, cutting that final cord. And what is it that we need to do with this portal? Is this portal still open up?
Partially.
Let's close that portal down. What does Archangel Michael say about closing this portal down? What do we need to do?
It's being sewn closed with a golden thread.
Beautiful, beautiful. Tell me when that is finished. Tell me when that is finished.
I just took it away.
Beautiful, thank you. As we watch that energy and that portal being closed down, what color light can we use for healing for you to place into all those areas?
I'm seeing gold and green.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for golden light. I want you to place that frequency there. Place that frequency there. Allow it to swirl outwards. All those lower emotional feelings just falling away, that aggravation, the pain just falls away. Your connection, your love all coming back, your decision making, your inner guidance all coming back in. That connection is reopened again to the spiritual, to the higher self. Kuan Yin and Raphael are assisting and healing all those areas. Let's go ahead and strike the color light for green. Let's strike the tuning fork for green. I want you to place that frequency there to further heal. Your compassion's coming back, your gratitude, your trust, your passion, all coming flooding back in. That throat opens back up again. It's no longer restricted. Beautiful. How does that feel since we lifted that energy off and started the healing process?
Feels light.
Beautiful.
But it left a scar on the top of my left shoulder. It left a scar there to remind me.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything that we need to do today to help heal this scar? Let's make sure and check with the higher self and the angels to make sure that we don't have any other issues with this left shoulder.
I don't need to have that scar there. I'll remember.
Beautiful. What can we do to remove that scar and heal that scar?
Oh. Thank you. Somebody's lifting it off.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Tell me when that's lifted. Beautiful. And as they continue to heal those areas and bring everything back up online, we're going to continue with our scan and scan down the body, looking for any low level energy that shouldn't be there, any pain or discomfort, feelings or sensations. Let me know if you find anything.
There's numbness and tingling going down the arms, but it's with a golden light. I think it's healing. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing to do there.
Beautiful. And we can confirm this with the angels. What do they say about this golden light and tingling?
Just yes, allow.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll let that to continue. And let's send some of that golden light back to the sister for healing, since she allowed this all to come back in. Send some golden light back. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for golden light. Let's send that back for healing. Send it. As it's healing down your arms, we're sending it to help heal the sister as well. Beautiful.
I actually heard her screaming. Go in peace, my dear.
Help her to heal.
Yes.
Beautiful. Let's continue with our scan down the body, looking for anything that should not be there, any low-level energy, any dark energy that should not be there. Let me know if you find anything.
The energy can't move past the tops of the thighs. They're dark.
Yes.
My ears are ringing too with that. So.
And is this ringing in the ears a confirmation that the dark energy there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Tell me more about this dark energy in the top of the thighs. What sensation do you get there?
Stop me from running.
Let's have Archangel Michael place his net of white light around the top of the thighs where this dark energy is. It keeps you from running and blocks the connection all the way around where this energy exists. And as we focus deeper on this dark energy there, what color do you sense this to be? What dark color is this?
Fluctuates between a black and a navy blue.
And I'd like to speak to this dark energy there at the top of the thighs, causing a blockage and keeping you from running. If it had anything to say, what would it say?
I'm 7. I'm 7 years old.
Hmm. Tell me more about yourself, young one. What's your name? Can I call you?
Damon. Damien.
Damien. And what, Damien, what year is it for you?
67.
Mhm.
I
And in 1967, Damien, what happened to your human body? What happened to you?
died earlier, but I went into that house
Hmm.
where she lived and I stayed there until they came.
Yes.
And I said, ow.
Hmm.
And even after they left, I stayed with her.
Yes. Why is it
Oh,
why is it that you chose that house? Why did you choose that house?
that house is full of evil.
Hmm. I
That's why
see.
it burned to the ground. That's why it burned. And the
Yes.
barn burned. I did the barn.
Hmm. You burn it to the ground, Damien?
Yes. I
Yes.
went back there and burned it.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful. What happened to you? What happened to your human body that allowed you to go back to, or that you went back to that house? What caused you to come out of your human body?
I was murdered,
Hmm.
but not here. I lived in England
Hmm.
and I followed people here on a boat.
Yes. And tell me more about that day. You can view it as if it's happening to someone else, Damien. What happened? How did you get murdered?
I just lived in the squalors
Hmm.
and in the ditches.
Yes.
I was only 7.
Uh-huh.
Some man murdered me for my. I had a pocket watch. He was
Yeah,
murdered for that.
I see. And what did he use to murder you?
Oh, he had a big stake, like a big metal. He just jabbed me with it right through my heart.
Hmm.
Oh, and just left me there for the dogs and the rats.
Hmm. And what happened then that when you come out of the body after he murdered you with that stake and take your pocket watch, what happened then? What'd you do?
I went to the harbor where there's boats and people are happy. They're leaving.
Hmm.
They were happy. So I stayed with one family.
Hmm.
And then after that, I'm seeing Toronto and I bounced around and
Hmm.
I bounced and I went to the natives and I love to bounce and follow.
Hmm.
Oh, when we got to that house, they wouldn't let me bounce anymore. They kept me trapped in there. I
Yeah.
was there for so long I couldn't get out.
Yes. And then how was it that you were able to attach to this one then and get out?
Oh, she was sad and I got in her legs.
I see. I see. And what were you trying to do when you attached to her when she was sad?
I was trying to get out of that house.
I see.
I
I see.
wanted out.
I
And
understand. There was so much evil there. Tell me
I
more.
did it.
Yes. And what did you do? You got
I
out of the
stayed in
house?
her legs. I crawled in her legs and I stayed there.
Hmm.
I hid.
Yeah. And you were able to get out of that house.
Yes.
How was it that you were able to get back and burn it?
I left.
Hmm.
There was an, there was, I don't know. There was something in her,
Hmm.
something good in her, and she wanted me to go back and burn that house, and I did.
I see. I see. And then
hmm
then you come back to her.
Of
Hmm.
course, that's where I live. That's my
I,
nest.
I see. Damien, what I want you to do is, I know you didn't mean to, but what kind of issues have you been causing this one since you've attached to her? I know you just want to get out of that house. What other
I like
issues?
I like to eat.
Uh-huh.
I liked it when she would run and play, but I like to eat.
Hmm. And that was
That's,
because you grew up poor.
yeah. I never got to eat.
Hmm. And so do you cause her to eat and to put weight on?
Uh, he says not so much. She likes dogs
Hmm.
and cats. I never had that before.
Yes. And
And I stay hidden because I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of the family. I'm scared of where I am. So I just stay hidden.
yes. How is it that you're blocking? How are you blocking this one from the connection? Why are you keeping her from running and blocking?
Because I have a right to be here.
I see.
I helped her. Now she's helping me.
I see. We're gonna have the angels gather around you. We're gonna have Gabriel and all the angels are gonna gather around you. They're gonna help you. They're gonna have a message for you, what you can expect if you detach from this one. What do they tell you?
I don't want to go back to my family. Mm-mm.
What do they say to that?
They say there's a higher family waiting. I don't have to go back to the ones in England. I can go to my soul family.
Beautiful.
I didn't know I had a soul family.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
We'll have the angels show you your soul family. What do they show you?
yes, 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 yes.
Beautiful. Okay,
Oh, I'm excited.
what do you think about that, Damien? You ready to go?
Yes.
Beautiful. Damien, what I want you to do is on that day that you left the human body in England when you were murdered, we're going to go back to that day so we can view it. But instead of going with other families and going to the harbor, what I want you to do is I want you to look around. I want you to look around for the lightest source. It'll be the light that pulls you towards it like many magnets. You see that? You see that light?
I see it. My God, that is such a dark, dank, evil place. I see the light. It's coming in streams.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go.
And when you look into that light, who do you see waiting for you in that light?
Oh my God, they're taking all my babies with me, all the people that I never knew,
Mm-hmm.
all the parts of me that were left everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that. Who do you see in that light, Damien? All the parts of you?
I see God.
Beautiful. What does God say to you?
He says, come,
Hmm.
come.
What else does he say? How do you feel?
I feel love. I never had love before.
Beautiful. So what do you think, Damon? Are you ready to go to God?
Yes. Yes, he has all the children with him.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And what I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. Damien, we're going to send a pulse of blue light through that net. It's going to help you to detach. I want you to help the angels place all your energy into that net so we can gently lift you out. I want this one to feel that energy lift off of her as we do this. 3, sending that pulse of light through the net. It's going to tickle a little bit, but it's going to help you to detach, place all your energy into that net.
Oh.
Beautiful. All of it. Take it all out and put it in that net. Beautiful. It's all in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. 2, almost out now. And 1, out in the lightest source with God and the angels. But before you go, Damien, is there anything you would like to tell this one?
Sorry. I'm
Beautiful.
so sorry.
Thank you for that, Damon.
Mm.
Is there anything that this one would like to tell Damien before he goes?
You enjoy all those children. Enjoy being with God. Yes.
Beautiful. And as we watch Damien go into the lightest source with the angels and God, what color can we place there for healing as we cut that final cord between these two? What
It's a
color can
lemon yellow.
Beautiful. As I strike the tuning fork for lemon yellow, I want you to place that frequency there, the upper thighs. All those lower density feelings just dropping away, those lower emotions just falling away. The connection is coming back in. The grounding is all coming, flooding back in. Movement, feeling like we need to run or want to run is just all coming back in. As that swirls outward, the cells come back online. That blockage clears. Raphael is there healing that area. clearing out anything that's there that's blocking that dark energy, any remnants.
It's amazing. There's little swirls of gold and yellow everywhere.
Beautiful.
Lifting.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and place that net around those thighs again. Place that net of white light around those thighs again, and we want to focus deeper on those thighs. We want to make sure and we want to confirm that all the dark energy was removed from that energy. We had a dark energy there, and Damien came to speak to us. Is there something else there?
I don't believe so. There's just golden waves of light running through everything.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
There's little bits leaving that we don't need to address. They're just leaving.
Mm-hmm. The little bits of dark is leaving.
Yeah.
As the angels taking them out.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. The angels are removing those last bit of dark energies. Tell me when that's all complete.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Beautiful. As they continue to heal that area, and that wavy golden light goes through that area, healing and bringing it back all in line. Let's continue with our scan and scan down the body, looking for any low-level energy, any dark energy that should not be there, any feelings or sensations, pain or discomfort. Let me know if you find anything.
There's a sensation still in my left side of my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wavering.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wants to leave, but it doesn't quite want to leave. It's still attached to the throat.
Yeah. Let's have Archangel Michael. What sensation do you get in that throat? That
like
waver.
There's a string like pulling. It wants to leave, but there's something not letting it leave.
Mm-hmm.
It's a red thread.
Yes. And let's have Archangel Michael place his net of light around this left side of the neck where this wavering, this string, this red thread that's there all the way around where that energy is. I'd like to speak to this energy that's there. If it had anything to say, what would it say?
It's like a red, it's sarcastic. It doesn't want to talk, but it's very like, very sarcastic. It's just, you can't touch me.
Mm-hmm. Why is it that you think that I can't touch you?
Because I come from the Father.
Who is your father? Who's the father?
Her father.
I see. And that's pretty clever. How did you get attached there by the father?
When he hit her. He embedded thoughts.
Yeah. And so you came from the Father as well.
And I'm trying to fool you to think that I came from the Father, but it was from her father.
Yes. And how is it that who sent you there to attach to the Father first?
Your sister came through the Father. Caused a bunch of chaos, and I kind of like it here.
Yes. I see. Tell me more about that. It's pretty clever what you're doing
there. Yeah, I'm clever.
And who sent you there, though, from the sister and the father? Who sent you there to do this on this one?
She has. I'm looking at her attachments, and she has a bunch that feed into her, and she feeds them out to everybody. She is very clever. And I'm clever because I came through. Okay, I'm following her. I'm going back to where I started. We came from the dirt, the evil in the dirt.
I see. Tell me more about that. Tell me about that evil in the dirt.
I don't want to go back to being nothing. If I stay here, I'm nothing. I'm just dirt.
We're going to have the angels. The angels are gathered around you. I have you in this white net of light, and they're gathering around you. They have a message for you, what you can expect, or where you're going to go, and how your journey's going to. What do they say?
They say we're going to wash you in light. We're going to wash the dirt off and wash you in light, and that's acceptable.
What do they show you you're going to look like after they wash you in that light?
I become a blue wave of light with blue water, white lights,
Hmm.
waves of energy.
Beautiful. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't have to stay in that dirt anymore. It was horrible.
Yes. And what were you sent here to do?
There's an energy that gathers. It just gathers people that lay in the dirt
Hmm.
that have their essence there and they gather in the dirt.
Yes.
And it's something that just lives in the dirt and it moves and it just, oh man, now that I see it,
Hmm.
I'm glad to get out of there.
Hmm.
Wow.
And
Yeah, I
so,
like this blue light much better. Thank you.
yes. And is this, how is that possible from the essence of other people laying in the dirt?
Yes, yes.
Yes. And they leave this dark energy into the dirt.
Hmm. And it has its own consciousness and it just swims through the dirt and it gathers. Oh my.
Hmm.
Ugh, who knew?
Hmm. And then you attached when the father had hit this one,
Oh
and this
yes.
this allowed you to get in here then?
Hmm.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm sending her blue light energy to that area.
Beautiful.
I'm
Beautiful.
just so sorry that I did that. I had no idea. I
Well,
had no idea.
yes. Well, let's help you out. We'll take care of healing her. You need to go get healed yourself, but we want to find out your story and how this all happened. So, since you've attached to her, what happened? What have you been doing to her since you've attached?
I inject dirty thoughts,
Hmm.
like the negative. I am no good.
Hmm.
I am nothing.
Yes. And then
Wow.
anything
And I made her
else?
scared. I made her scared. I made her scared.
Uh-huh.
She's tough, that one. She's tough. She fights back.
Yes.
She wouldn't accept the evil from the sister. She fights back.
Hmm.
And you know what? I didn't honestly try that hard to make her feel bad. I just kind of,
Hmm.
I knew it wasn't right.
Yes. And
Shame on me. I gave her my shame.
mhm,
Shame on me.
yes.
Shame on me.
Anything else that you've been causing this one? Do you cause the pain and stuff in their neck?
Mm, I don't want to admit it, but yes, I
Okay.
did.
Thank you for that. Is there anything else or any other issues you've been caused so we can help heal her?
Just leaving the dirt in places that wasn't good. It causes like actual blockages and nerve damage.
Hmm. What causes nerve damage and blockages?
That dirt, the shame that I put in there.
I see.
Oh,
Anything else?
no.
Let me see. And so since the angel showed you where you're going to go when you detach from this one, are you ready to go?
Yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful. In a moment, I'm going to send a pulse of blue light through that net that you're in. I'm going to send that
Okay.
pulse of blue light through the net. It's going to help you to detach. I want you to place all your energy into that net so we can gently lift you out. The angels will help you. I want this one to feel this energy lift off everywhere it's attached as we do this. 3, sending that pulse of blue light through the net, sending blue light through the net, detaching, placing all the energy into the net. It's all into the net now. Let's gently lift out now. Gently lift out 2, almost out, and 1, out with the angels in the light of source.
Mm.
Before you go, is there anything that you would like to tell this one?
Bye.
Beautiful. Is there anything this one would like to tell this energy before it goes?
You can take your dirt with you.
Beautiful. We'll cut that final cord between these two, and as we watch that energy go into the night, go into the light of source, turning into its blue self, what color can we place there for healing?
It became a blue orb.
Yeah, beautiful.
And that blue orb is helping, yes.
Beautiful. What color would you like to place there for healing in those
The
areas?
blue. The blue is very cooling. It is good for all the inflammation. It's cooling.
Beautiful. Got to strike the tuning fork for the color blue. I want you to focus that frequency and energy all there to heal all the way through the nervous system. That shame, that pain, the scared feelings, the negative thoughts just dropping away. Speaking your truth and your self-awareness and your communication all coming back in. Your inner guidance, your spiritual wisdom, your general well-being, it's all flooding back in as that swirls outwards. The cells come back online. They are no longer being controlled. Let's have Archangel Raphael and Kuan Yin assist with the healing there. How does that feel since we lifted that energy off?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Beautiful.
It creates this beautiful blue cross that goes up my spine, up to my head, and then it reaches out to both shoulders, and it just feels so good.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you for that.
Beautiful. And as they continue to heal that area and that blue cross spreads out through there, we're going to continue with our scan. I want you to scan, look for any low-level energy that should not be there. Any pains, discomfort, feelings, or sensations. Let me know if you find anything.
There's this weird dark blanket, but it's on the outside of the body, and it goes down the back and down the backs of the legs.
Mm-hmm.
And it form fits to the body in that piece of energy field.
Mm-hmm.
Thinks it's well hidden, but it's, and she's always known it was there.
Yes.
Just could never quite. I see it now. I see it.
And as we focus deeper on this blanket that form fits to the back, down the back, do we sense that it has a consciousness, something that we need to talk to, or is this just a device or a blanket?
No, it's aware. It's well aware.
Beautiful. I'd like to speak to this. Let's place that net of white light all the way around that blanket, everywhere that it's attached, and that energetic field, all the way around. I'd like to speak to that black blanket. I'd like to speak to that. If it had anything to say, what would it say?
He's just saying it was easy. It was so easy. And it's already lifted off. It's become a black orb sitting right up here in front of me. And it's saying it was so easy.
We have it in a net of light. We have it in the white net of light.
Yes.
Tell me why it was so easy.
Those bad thoughts that she would have and the things that were thrown at her, and she just didn't trust herself. She believed. And it was just so easy to keep coding this blackness and just having it sit there. It was so easy.
And how old was she when this, were you able to attach and place this black blanket on it?
1.
I see.
He was 1.
That's pretty young to be able to place on there. What allowed you to do that, being that young?
That child was angry that she was here.
Because she felt like she wasn't supposed to be here? I see.
She woke up and realized where she was, and she was mad. She did not want to be here.
And that allowed you to attach? I see. What have you been doing what are you trying to do? Who sent you here to do this to this one?
I don't want to say.
Why don't you want to say?
Because it came from the time before she was born. I was waiting for this.
Yes. Why were you waiting for this? It's pretty interesting.
Yes, she had a choice. There's a bunch of us standing. And she had protection, but there was also a chance that I could sneak in. and dim the light and stay on her back so she could never project fully out.
Yes.
And never fully enjoy and never enjoy love. And I took the chance and I snuck in. Because when she started to walk, I anchored myself in her ankles, and then I just slowly built up over the years. And I built up and I built up, and I would cause pain here and there on my way up. And then now I'm up. I was up to her shoulders till your white light took me off. Thank you very much.
You never did tell me who sent you here to do this. Did you come through from another lifetime?
I am. It's like when we're standing in pre-birth. I am allowed to be there as well, and it's part of free will.
Yes.
And they never stopped me. She had all these angels, and I see them standing there discussing. And they didn't stop me from slipping in. I came in. I sat in. I was sitting in the umbilical cord. And I got in and I waited.
Yes.
And I waited till she was one, till she started walking. And then I was able to anchor into her ankles, just like click, 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 click. And then through the years, I just kept adding more of myself on. I'm like a network of.
And are you by yourself doing this? Or?
Oh, no. Every time I add a piece, I multiply.
Yes.
And it's just thoughts, and I just multiply, and I add and I multiply.
And
I heard you talking about thoughts earlier.
Yes. And the angels weren't able to stop you because of free will.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Well, and since this is a free will universe, this one doesn't give you permission to be there. You know this?
That's why I stayed hidden in the back.
I see. What other issues are you causing this one? You're keeping her for light from shining out. What other issues are you causing? You cause pain every now and then.
Yeah. She had an injury at work in her SI joint in her hip. I made that happen. I grabbed the anger from the patient and I jammed it in there just like that. And I enjoyed it because it still causes her grief and pain.
Now, when you say that you're adding on to yourself, are you just multiplying yourself, or are you taking other souls?
No, I add on to myself. And if she has a negative thought, something, it just like it adds another bead. It looks like a beadwork. And I add a beadwork to it, and then something else happens and she adds another beadwork. So all these, negative thoughts and traumas and stuff, I just add. I become this lattice work of, I think it's wonderful beading.
I see. Well, we have you in that net of light, and you change to this black orb. What do the angels tell you about detaching from this one? What do they say your journey is going to look like if you detach from this one?
I'm just going to be absorbed.
Have them tell you more. What else do they say?
They're telling me I came from the black goo. I don't. Oh, and that causes her to have heart pain when she thinks that.
Yes. What is your
I don't want to go back to the black goo.
What do the angels show you your journey is going to look like after you detach from this one? You're of the lightest source. You have the spark inside you as well.
I don't deserve that spark.
You do. You're just lost. What do they show you?
They're showing me how to open up from the inside out and become this a golden orb instead of a black orb.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's look for that spark that's inside you, and let's open that up into that golden orb. Expand it out to completely surround you, your own internal light source.
It's interesting. It's got panels all over it, and it's got panels that I can learn from. It's got teaching like modules. I look like a spaceship.
Beautiful.
Cool. Okay, I can deal with that. Okay.
You like this light?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Are you ready to go? so you can go with the angels and heal.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. In a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. We're going to help to detach any place that you're attached still. And this one, I'm going to send that pulse of blue light through that net. This is going to help you to detach completely from this one. And we're gently going to lift you out. I want this one to feel this energy lift off and out. 3, sending that pulse of blue light through the net, swirling through, detaching. The angels are assisting as well to help get the rest of the energy into that net. Beautiful. It's all in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. Almost out. 2, 1, out in the lightest source with the angels. But before you go, is there anything that you would like to tell this one?
Stay loose.
Beautiful. Thank you. Is there anything this one would like to tell this energy before it goes?
No. Goodbye.
Beautiful. As we cut that final cord between these two, and we've watched that energy go with the angels into the lightest source to continue on its journey and heal.
I never want to see you again.
Beautiful. What color light can we place there for healing?
I'm hearing blue electric avenue, so blue.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for the color blue. Once you place that frequency there, all those lower density emotions and feelings just falling away, allowing that golden light and blue light just to flood in to that space where that blanket was. That connection opens up and outward. The light is shining brighter. Spiritual connection to the higher self all coming back in. Your intuition, your inner guidance all come flooding back in.
I'm seeing how I fed that blanket. You throw your fears and your thoughts that you don't want to deal with, you throw them there and it just gets fed.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, yes.
And now that we saw how we're feeding that, we can keep that from happening again in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. How does that feel since it's been lifted off?
Oh, really good.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and
It's amazing.
Beautiful. And as they continue to heal those areas, we're going to continue with our scan.
Okay.
As we scan, looking for any dark energy that should not be there, any feelings or sensations, pain or discomfort.
I've got the clip holds he left on my ankles, either side of the ankle.
Let's go ahead let's go ahead and remove those. Let's remove those. What color light would you like to blast those away?
The nice angel. White.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for the color white. Envision those clips being blasted off. The angels are taking those. Archangel Metatron is taking them out of this universe. They don't belong here. This device is clipped. Beautiful. How does that look now?
Good.
Beautiful. Is there anything else? Any other dark energy? Any other feelings or sensations?
Just felt a beautiful sacred space, peaceful all over me.
Beautiful. It's an amazing feeling. Let's go ahead and take that white net of white light and surround all the energy centers and the energetic field of this one all the way around the physical body. It's a large net. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to send a pulse of blue light up through that net. This is going to bring up anything that we might have missed as we do this. We're going to send that pulse of blue light up through the net. It might tickle a little bit, but we're going to bring up anything that we might have missed. Sending that pulse of blue light through now, up through the feet, in the legs, through the sacral, through the root, through the solar, through the heart, through the throat, swirling through the third eye, and the crown, and then out the crown. And as we did this bring up anything that we might have missed?
Here's I look at the body standing straight. There's a disc like a CD disc that's been inserted between the solar plexus and the heart. And it hurts now that I'm talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Let's have Archangel Michael place his net of white light around the CD-looking device between the solar plexus and the heart. And as we focus deeper on that, does this appear to be a consciousness, or is this just a device?
It's a device.
Yes. And this device, what is this device doing?
It's a program.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's full of programming.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm looking at it, I can feel it pinging. It's pinging off and it's hitting me in places that it was trying to control. And now they're letting go because I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so this is
making my back hot, my throat. Oh, sorry.
Beautiful. Well, we have it in the white light. We're going to have Archangel Raphael help to assist with those feelings. We need to get a better understanding of what this device has been doing. How was it placed there? How was that device placed there?
It's put there by a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's recent.
Yeah. And how did they do that?
She was jealous.
I see.
She's a healer, but she was jealous and she jammed this thing in there so that I had no more connection.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts.
And how was she able to jam that in there?
Oh, she's a witch. What else can I say?
Mm-hmm. And what was going on in your life at the time that allowed this to be put in there?
I saw myself walking with Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And that triggered something in her, and she just didn't like that. Didn't like me talking about it.
And how was it she was able to get past your field?
Well, I guess we did healing sessions together weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And we would just get involved in each other's energy field. And I guess I just allowed because I trusted her.
Yes.
Oh.
And let's find out more of what it's doing. It's blocking the connection between the solar and the heart. Is this correct?
Yes.
Is there anything else that it's doing?
It's weak. It's trying to program, just eliminate things that I see and things I understand. It's trying to eliminate that. Mm-hmm. And she's probably I think she was trying to gain that information for herself. Mm. Oh, that makes me sad.
Was this device feeding back her the information?
No. Mm. She doesn't have the ability to understand. It was just a thought form. That's a good word for it.
I see. Beautiful. And what do we need to do to remove this today? What do we need to do?
You just fill it with love and compassion and
beautiful.
Give it back to her and tell her I'm sorry. I didn't know you were so unsettled.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's send a pulse of blue light through this net. We're just going to detach it. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, send a pulse of blue light through the net. It's detaching every place where it's connected. Archangel Metatron is there and Zadkiel are there to transmute it, disable this device, and place it into the net. Beautiful. It's all in the net. It's all in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. Almost out now. 2, 1. Out with the angels and the light of source. Archangel Metatron is taken out of this universe. It does not belong here. We're going to send healing back to the friend for placing this. And what color light can we use to place healing there after we remove this device?
Sending her light purple and in this center. Oh, beautiful. Like a garnet, light green. You can see through it.
Beautiful. Let's put that light green in there into that place where that device was. Place that frequency there. Beautiful. That blockage, that connection is all coming back in. How does that feel since that healing's begun to start?
Nice and warm.
Mm-hmm. And was this device also causing the heart arrhythmias as well?
Yes, I'm seeing the word yes.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. We're going to heal them with that green light.
Mm.
And did you send that purple light back to heal for the friend?
Yes, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Beautiful. Let's confirm that we removed any dark energies that are attached. Let's confirm that as we scan the body, looking for any low-level energies. Anything else come up after we ran that blue light through?
It's interesting. The spine is showing up, but it's not. It's like it's not attached. Maybe it just needs. When I look at the body and I'm seeing it as a white. It's all white. It's spinning and it's showing me. And the spinal column is like projected out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not attached.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and ask the higher self and the angels, why are we seeing this? What do we need to gain from this?
She used to get sensations that went up the spine.
Mm-hmm.
And a buzzing sensation in the middle of the night, and they would go down, and then she could follow them up and they would go down and she could stop them. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as you relax, they would stop again and they would go up the spine and down.
Mm-hmm.
But then something stopped that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hearing it was an experiment. Well, what the heck?
Mm-hmm. And what do we need to do to heal?
I need to take the duplicate off. That's what that is.
I see.
Take it off.
Go ahead and.
Oh my God, take it off.
Beautiful. Tell me when that's finished.
Okay.
Beautiful. Now, do we need to do anything else for healing to open that back up again?
No, the blue light is there again. The blue light was what moved it off.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
No, yes.
Let's. And what was that duplicate doing?
I don't know. It was sending information somewhere, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and continue. Where is it sending it? Using all of our knowing, where is it sending information to?
Some entity somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm mad at that entity for doing that.
Beautiful. Let's send that entity love. Let's cut that cord, that connection. Let's cut that cord. It's no longer getting information. We took the duplicate off.
Okay.
What color light can we place there and cut that connection?
Oh, it's red. It's still red. Anger red. Sorry.
What do we need to understand about that? We don't want to hold that anger. We want to release it.
Yes.
What do we need to understand about that anger red? Do we see where this entity come from and how it got in, or how it placed the duplicate on to get information? What do you see?
Through bad sexual connections. As a teenager.
Yes.
Yes. And they just come in through there. They're like, okay, there's a door. There's an opening.
And this duplicate was just device placed, or was this actually?
It was gathering information, and as it was. You know what? A lot of people have these, I'm hearing, and that's what causes seizures.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for the color blue. I'm going to strike that tuning fork. I want you to send that up and down that spine to heal that. And let's send that blue energy, cutting that cord, that information cord, going to that entity and send that blue healing all the way back to that entity. Focus that blue frequency up and down the spine, clearing that blockage, that duplicate off, cutting that connection, severing that connection. Then Archangel Michael is sending that healing back to that entity. How does that look now? Has that cleared out the anger that was there?
Yes, I was seeing a reptile tail as it left. But my spine is like nice and warm. The healing is there, and it's nice and warm all the way up.
I want you to tell me what you see, experience, sense, or feel.
Lots of purple and blue flowers. And I'm walking through them, and I'm walking through an archway.
Beautiful.
Now I'm in a field of white flowers. Didn't know there was such a thing, that they're white. It's just a field of crystal. They're holy.
Beautiful. And as you, what else do you see?
I'm just amazed. It's so big.
And as you focus on yourself in this place and you look down at where your feet would be, what do you notice about your feet?
They're becoming crystal. They're turning into crystal.
What is that? Tell me more about what that looks like.
We are becoming crystal beings. And that is the transition. We are all going, our DNA is turning into crystal, rainbow colored crystals. And that doesn't even describe what it looks like.
And as you scan up your body, what else do you notice? You wearing any clothes?
There's just a cape there because of the body is turning into entire crystalline structure. And it's just glowing like,
And how does your skin appear in this when as it's turning into this crystalline structure, this rainbow color?
Well, it's glistening. It's just like it's almost like it's reflecting. Because it's glistening like pearl opalescence. And
do you notice that? Tell me more.
I was just going to say, she's turning around and looking at me.
Do you notice that you're carrying anything in your hands or wearing any jewelry?
I've got it long dark hair, and I've got a crown on my head, and I'm holding something to give this person who is, it looks like an ET. They're bald. This glistening skin is just vibrant.
Beautiful. Tell me more using all of our knowing. What does that crown represent?
It's like a crown of knowledge. It doesn't mean it's like it's my passageway to meet with these people.
Tell me more about these beings. What do they look like?
Oh God, I'm going inside. I'm going inside her. I'm being pulled right in.
Yes. Tell me more about that. Tell me more what's happening as you're being pulled in.
She's saying that this is you. This is your higher self. This is what you look like.
Yes. What does that higher self look like?
Like this ET being. I'm inside of her now, and she's got this glistening pearl-looking skin.
Yes.
And her head is bigger than her brain. She's so smart.
Yes.
And she's looking out over worlds, and she's saying all this is available to you and to us and to everyone. As we are transitioning into this space, and this is why she's telling me I was showing you why your bodies are turning crystalline. She said, and you're right, your chakras are turning into crystalline. Everything in your body, you're getting crystalline DNA. She said, and that will make you attune to higher frequencies. And she said, and what you are doing with your tuning forks aids that.
Beautiful.
She's showing me a blue planet, like looks like a glassy blue planet. It's beautiful. Jupiter? She said Jupiter. Huh. It's weird. I'm standing inside her and yet I'm talking to her and she's talking in my head. And beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah. She said, I mostly move through teleportation. She said, I see through your eyes. I experience through your eyes. And she's thanking me for all this, all the things you've been through, helped us to understand how we can help you to transition, because it's all about moving up into a higher frequency of understanding.
Yes.
She said, if you hadn't, people like you hadn't shown everybody, then we wouldn't know how to navigate and how to assist. She said, it's not easy for us either. You think it should be so easy for us, but it's not. Well, it feels good to be in her body because it's like very light and airy, and you move by thought. And
yes. Let's ask how they're able to see through us. This is your higher self, so
they're in you. She said,
yes.
we're in you. I'm in her right now. I'm experiencing, but she said, we sit in you exactly the same way.
Yes. Beautiful.
And
how does this, seeing how you're experiencing this life, how does this aid in the ascension and the turning to crystalline bodies?
he's saying it helps them help us get unstuck. For example, that mess of the dirt, that thing that was creating, it holds you down with their frequency and their pain.
Yes.
She said, all these little things create such a magnetism. Oh. She said, and as you release this, and we learn how to help you release, because this has been going on for a long time. She says, right, it's just like you're popping out of stuff as we pull you from these magnets, this magnetism. And it's magnetism that we don't understand.
Are these sessions helping to release these?
Oh, absolutely. Everything is helping.
Yes.
There's so many good people on this planet that are helping, because we are in you. You are us and we are you. We have all come here to help, and you are our extension of us.
Yes.
We are not separate. You are part of us, if I can explain that properly.
It's so beautiful. We're glad to help. Is there any other messages that we need to know today?
She said, understand your soul. Your soul is, she said, it is a recorder of everything, but it also needs to be understood. And she's trying to show me what it looks like as a recorder. So as you tap into, she said, what you call intuition is us trying to guide you and your soul's journey. She said it is such a multi-dimensional, multi-faceted. There's so many. She said listen to this. She said every person on this planet has one of them in us. Every person. And they all are trying to, in essence, pull us out of the mud.
Yes.
She said, so as we go through these intuitive hits and things, it's just a continuous until we make a right decision, and then you are bumped up one little increment of understanding. She said, it's not that we interfere, but as you gain in intuition, then you are gaining, in an increment of frequency. And she said, the sun is helping us become with this crystalline frequency. She said, Cindy saw a long time ago, your chakras are turning crystalline as well. And that helps her gauge how ascended these people are, how helped they are. Interesting. Thank you for that.
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
Continue.
No, you go ahead. I'm in her body again, and I'm looking around.
We can get all the answers that we need to gather today. How is it that humanity got so stuck? How did this happen?
Those evil. There's so much to that. She said I'm getting so chilled. This thing that was attached to my spine, these things with these tails, the reptiles are part of it because they have such a low frequency, and they have, lights are flashing in my brain. They have so many on this planet. They tried to take over this planet like so many eons ago, but she said now, and they run. And she said, and Cindy was told this, 50% of the people on the planet are compromised. They are running, and it's just a program. She said, once you let go of these programs and just let go of these programs, and people are starting to do that now, you need to stand up for yourself and fight.
Yes.
And say no. She said, it's in everywhere. And she said, I showed her a while ago how it has infiltrated 100% of everything you think, say, do, and eat and feel. But then again, this is what you did. You came here to free the Mother Earth because she's being smothered by this.
Yes.
We are not connecting to her frequency, and it's like a sandwich. You've got the earth, you got all this awful beings, and then you've got us in the middle trying to help. But you're right, love can help. But
yes,
she doesn't want to talk about it. The destroyers are helping as well. She calls them. There are factions that do this, that do the cleanup, that have to do the fighting, the physical fighting.
Yes.
And she said, we pray for them every day.
Why is it that she didn't want to talk about it?
It's very painful. It's very painful.
And
it's very painful what they've been doing, what they have done, what they do to humanity, what they've done to our love.
And the only way that we could make a chain is actually come back into the physical to anchor in this.
It's kind of weird. She's showing me that most of the people on this earth, like I said, have this ET, I'm sorry, I don't want to call you an ET. What do I call you? Just call me yourself. Your friends. We are brethren. We are here to help the earth, basically, help its frequencies survive.
Yes.
Because what she's showing me is most of the people here are not from here anyway.
Mhm.
We all came in to help this.
Yes.
Because the earth was actually sending out a frequency of help,
Mhm.
a distress signal.
Yes. And when did the earth start sending out the distress signal?
2,000 years ago.
Yes.
I saw 2,000 years. Wow.
Is there anything we need to do to assist more?
She's trying to decide. She's looking at macro, and then we go down to your own physicality.
Mhm.
It's not only appreciation for the earth, but eating from the earth gives the earth absolute love, because you are appreciating and gratitude when you take food from her, because she is the nourisher. The sun is the male counterpart. The
Mhm.
male gives us peace and tranquility from his 12th dimensional being, feeds the earth, and we nourish from that. We
Yeah.
came here to live on this planet as humans enjoying this planet,
Mhm.
and we lived in harmony.
What was the original purpose of the earth?
To be a beautiful place.
Mhm.
It transforms and changes itself so that we can come and enjoy and visit.
Mhm. So kind of like a vacation spot for us.
And it's a learning place too, but there are so many. She's showing me all the dark planets in this area.
Mhm.
Like, it's always a fight between the dark and the light. Always. It's always in balance. It's always a learning. Because if you go to the top of the pyramid, it is always learning.
Mhm.
But she said when Mother Earth sent out this distress call, the net around her got tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and included us in there.
Tell me more. What was the purpose of the net?
It was tightening. It was tightening the life out of her.
Mhm.
Because she needs to have contact with the sun and the stars, and it's all, everybody has to talk to each other to keep each other in balance.
Mhm.
And this, whoever, will you tell me who? She said there's so many dark factions that have come onto this planet to not just harvest her energy. They actually suck the energy out of her, never mind the minerals and everything else. The minerals are a minor part. She said I can reproduce those. She can reproduce those. But they're actually sucking the lifeblood out of her, the energy.
Mhm.
They want to turn her into a dark planet.
Yes.
And that it would look like, you got the earth here, it was about as big as my fist, and the darkness around looked like about this big around.
Mhm.
And now, okay, so if you can show me now what it looks like. And now there's just little pockets. Because she said we have so much help. There are so many fleets out there
Yes.
that are cleared this up, and all the, she says we are going to make this, the perfect planet again, and give Mother Earth back her frequency, or help her get it back. We don't give her anything. We just give her help.
Mhm.
Because this one actually is, she's vibrating right now, and she is going to increase her frequency as well.
Mhm.
Because she is the ultimate mother. She will always give life.
Yes.
And
How does continue?
we just need to live on her in peace and harmony, and she will always feed us. She will always look after us.
Mhm. And how does this progress look now?
She says it's going really well. It's pretty good.
Mhm.
There is a few pockets that are still off Earth. Ugh, something ugly just popped into my face. Okay, you can leave.
Mhm.
You're not welcome. They don't like us talking about this, apparently.
Yes.
But you know what? There are so many wonderful races that are around us now.
Mhm. Let's have Archangel Michael extend that bubble out further.
Yeah.
Keep anything from coming in. Extend that bubble of protection out further. Beautiful. Is there anything else we need to know about the other races that are assisting?
She's just saying, be grateful. If you stay in your heart space, you will know.
Mhm.
Because there isn't very many. She said there's no evil ones left. That are the earth has so many ships around it that you can't see. That we can't see.
Yes.
And there's so many of them that are. She said there's so many wonderful people. Like they have just come to help. They have just come here to help. They love people.
Mhm.
So let me ask you, are we going to see them soon? She says everybody will come into a knowing. And that's all she's going to say about that. She shut up.
Mhm.
She went, oop, her mouth clammed up.
And will that knowing come in stages, or will it be all at
Yes.
once?
Yes. She's saying yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
And how it's like it's like something washes over the planet. Once all these control mechanisms are gone
Mhm.
and we are free thinkers again. You're not free thinkers yet, she said, and you're not able to connect with your guidances and the people that are trying to help us and all the beings that live in us. They are trying. She said there's going to come a moment when there's like a wash over us. And is this coming soon, please, God?
Mhm.
She says, yes, it's happening now. People are becoming more caring, and that is one of the biggest things. We have to become more caring centered people.
Mhm. Is there any assistance that you can give us for becoming more heart-centered? Anything we need to do?
Enjoy nature.
Mhm.
She said people need to get out of those cities and go walk in the park in the rare feet.
Mhm.
They're so indoctrinated into things.
Yes.
She's talking about the children and the atrocities. She says that will open people's hearts
Mhm.
and then they will understand. But see,
Yes. What's she
there's
saying?
water happening. There's water happening. There's washing. They're washing.
Mhm.
I think the bad parts of the world, see, something's interfering in my throat. There are bad parts being washed away right now.
Yes.
That's Mother Earth is doing that. She's had enough.
Mhm.
But then again, when this matrix fails, when these, did you call it a matrix? She says, no, I call it like a blue grid. I'm the one that calls it a matrix. Cindy calls it a matrix.
Mhm.
She said it's electronic and it is failing. It is failed. It is failed. It is failed.
Mm-hmm. Is that why we're seeing the
is that why we're seeing what?
fluctuations in the energy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's showing me people walking down the street, she says. So look at that for an example. There will be like 3 or 4 or 5 people that have open hearts and the rest are just like gray.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty soon there won't be those left. There will just be the people walking around with open hearts.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying, yes, there is still a lot of people dying on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Through choice, through contracts, through past lives, through whatever.
Tell me more about those gray people that we won't see anymore. Were they programs running? Or were they people, and where'd they go?
I don't understand that. She said there's people walking around that don't have souls.
Mm-hmm. Can she give us a percentage of the amount?
There's a good half.
Mm-hmm. So how does that work? As we raise our vibrations and we become more heart-centered, we won't see these.
That's right. They will fall away.
Mm-hmm.
And she said some of that is the people that are dying right now from, all these other things.
Yes.
Because they took in some of that poison is like a third. She's saying a third of the people that took that poison were injected on purpose with this demon poison that's and a third are safe and another third are going to have problems.
Yes.
I don't know what she's doing. I think she's just putting light language into some of these people right now.
Yes. Beautiful.
As we talk about them.
Beautiful. Is there anything we can do with the ones that have taken that and decided against it?
Those, you know what, they did that to stop the DNA from becoming crystalline.
Yes.
And they will be she's saying hopeless, but I think she meant helpless people. Because they will never have the understanding. She said it's the same right now. She said you have understanding of things and some people don't. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yes.
They will be living in like they won't be able to see the beautiful flowers. They won't be able to see the pilots in the skies and the ships and they won't be able to see these things. They will just go through their day watching TV and acting like there's nothing wrong. Their lives will be dull and gray. They will not understand why people are enjoying the world. It's a hard concept to wrap your head around, but I guess there's people like that now. It's happening now. So we're not going to be able to pull them all up with us? Is that some? She said, but some don't want to come. So people will be in various degrees of lift. And then they will eventually die off as the next few years as the earth does go through its Oh, my ears are ringing now. Well, thank you for that. That's That's really interesting.
And is there any other messages as we're connected with our higher self? Is there any other messages that she needs to share with you?
She's telling me to watch my words.
Mm-hmm.
She says, you are so right. Your words are heavy. And I'm looking at my body and how heavy they are on you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's showing the water is coming right up to my feet. So I think whatever changes we have been waiting for are here, like right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Yeah. She says, and as you understand that fear is just a word, a lot of your fears will disappear.
Mm-hmm.
She says, you have been run by fear a lot. And there's another one of those words that can damage so much in your life.
Yes.
She wants to show me for a second what it's like to be without fear at all. Mm. See, there's that sacred space feeling again.
Mm-hmm.
Just to practice being in that space.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful. She done showing you that?
Yes.
Beautiful. And so we've learned that the ascension into a higher realm is happening in this lifetime. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm seeing the word yes.
Beautiful. What can we do to maintain this connection with our higher self for you to remember? What does she say about that?
She's saying trust is one of my big issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, you're using the word appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't appreciate all the little nuances and the big flowers that they've sent.
Mm-hmm.
But practice focusing on getting rid of the fear, like not even playing in that field.
Yes.
She says she's telling me I have walked a tightrope for so long. And that's why I'm feeling kind of lost right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, working where I worked and being in this field.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying I have to practice stepping off of that tightrope and just walking out into this field and being neither, just being me.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. What can she look for as she's to trust the information that comes in from the higher self?
He says she has a really good knowing and to trust her heart.
Beautiful.
And once she gets rid of the words, the fear and the what ifs and I can'ts and all those awful words that I just showed her that are attached to the body,
Mm-hmm.
it's a daily practice of getting rid of those words. Then that feeling of joy will come.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be a part of a daily thing. And you will feel the truth.
Yes. Beautiful. And the connection will be stronger.
She has this little brown being that shows up every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he just loves her to death.
Mm-hmm. And who is
And
this?
she sees him. He's so cute.
Mm-hmm. And who is this brown being?
He's one of the wise ones.
Mhm.
And he has been her friend for a long time.
Mhm.
He was popping in and watching some of this stuff.
Mhm. And is there anything else she needs to know about this brown being?
I don't think so. He's just a friend.
Mhm. Beautiful. She'd like to know what was the meaning of the vision of the soul coming into the fetus and then being hit with many neon blue lights.
That was indeed a lesson learned.
Mhm.
Not to trust. Not to trust every single thing that you're told.
Mhm.
Because in this day and age that we are living in, there is a lot of false information.
Yes.
There has been a lot of programs put into the New Age community that were sent to confuse and to stop this exact thing from happening, from people having a true experience and having higher ascension experience. There is a lot. And a lot of that has very bad roots.
Mhm.
Very bad. So as healers, Cindy has found out, and you will find out, there are people that are going to need help that have been through all these various modalities
Mhm.
that actually are stuck further than they should be.
Mhm.
It's just another game that was put here, and it gets these games get implemented here, and then they get out of control
Mhm.
because then evil people take over, or well, like harmful meaning people take over because they make money off it. And there's been a lot of money made off the New Age community as well.
Mhm.
As well as the church. Like, you always have to have this intermediary in between you and, same in the spiritual world. People think they have to have gurus and this, that, and the other thing in between them.
Yes. And was this vision just to show us what the possibilities were, not actually what is happening as a fetus or as a soul comes into the fetus?
Past lives.
Mhm.
Some of these past lives, we talk about them happening at this minute. That is stuff that needs to be cleared off.
Mhm.
So the reason that was part of having this blue light happening to this fetus, it has to learn what feels right, because we can't be connected to absolutely everything.
Yes.
So as you learn to heal, and you learn to heal these ancestral patterns as well,
Mhm.
you will start to question, is this necessary, or is this even mine?
Mhm.
In a convoluted way, it was, I think it was meant to focus you on certain things. So it was a good thing to start with, because some of these entities that come in here, it's their first time here, and they would have no standing, they would have no understanding, they have to be able to fit into these programming and this grid system that we live in. They had to be able to fit into it.
Mhm.
They had to understand there's rules and all this stuff. So but as that was happening, these programs, like I said, were getting tighter and tighter, and they just kept implementing more and more and more. And it just got overwhelming, and it got to be too much.
Mhm.
If I'm making any sense, I'm visualizing what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
And it is such a mess trying to explain how much infiltration there is.
Mhm.
And I don't think that happens to everybody. That happens to people that have probably had abductions and stuff, so they can track them as well,
Mhm.
because they have their information, they have their signature.
Yes.
You know, oh, that's a dark picture.
Mhm. What is that?
I'm just seeing all the programs that are, you know, put on people. It's horrendous.
And we're clearing those out now at this time.
Yes.
Beautiful.
But there's so many that just want to hang on to them. But like she said, these people will just kind of disappear into their own oblivion.
Yes.
It's just kind of sad, but
Is there anything else that you need to share about that vision that she had?
no, she's just saying it depends on where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Some other factions, if you've come from different places, have a very tight control.
Yes.
Over their
See.
Over their own people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
And some of them, they come and just take their whole civilization back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tell me what she means by that. They take the whole civilization back.
Well, they bring their people down here for a certain amount of time, and then they just pull them all back out. They don't let them reincarnate, or they don't let them become humans again. Mm-hmm. They just take all those souls and pull them up.
Mm-hmm. Why do they do that?
Because they've had enough, I guess. They've learned enough, or they don't like it here.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that came to mind was Pompeii for some reason.
Yes.
They decided to take them all and eliminate those bodies and just take the souls all back all in one big shot.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever kind of society they were in, they took them back.
Mm-hmm. You see?
Yes. Because China was doing the same thing. They had captured so many souls, mm-hmm. and they were going to put them in all these children, but they had more souls captured, and I don't know how they did this, but they captured them, and they were trying to make an army out of all those people in China. Mm-hmm. So we snuck in there and released them all.
Yes. And where did these souls go to then?
Back where they came. They were so happy. They were running. They couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Mm-hmm. They went back to source.
Like they were just scattered to wherever they went. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like there's so much that goes on here that we have no inkling.
Yes.
And no understanding.
We could talk all day.
Yes.
She'd like to know all those contracts that she burned. Was that real?
She's laughing and clapping her hands saying, yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And has she been healing ancestral 7 generations back and 7 generations forward?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. There's a few people that do this, and it's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing. There's a man in Australia that does it too. His name is Steve. Mm-hmm. And Credo Mutra used to do that. And there's a couple of healers in England, and India does it a lot. India is good at that too. Mm-hmm. But again, it's part of this. We have a buildup of pattern when we're born from our, mm-hmm. and it's some of these recycle, they jump, they recycle, and they just keep coming back in. Mm-hmm. So that needs to stop as well, because how are you ever going to ascend if you're just repeating? It became another program.
And is this one just focusing on healing her ancestral lines 7 generations back and 7 generations forward?
She does that for everybody, every person that she does. And as she does hers, it destroys anybody. Because if you look at the family history, how things are connected and reconnected and reconnected, mm-hmm. you do yours, and it goes out multifold. Mm-hmm. And then she's telling other people to do that. Even in a meditation, if you don't know what you're doing, you just have the thought that I am going to heal all these family patterns. Why the 7 goes back. 7 is a magical number. And 7 forward, so that you're not bringing your stuff forward. And that is how people are going to ascend as well.
Yes.
Yes, that is a wonderful thing.
Beautiful. And as we do these healing sessions, it just lifts everybody else up.
Yes. Because it causes a ripple effect. In any frequency that is, people are thinking these things, it becomes a field of thought. And as we heal these things, people are tapping into this going, oh, I could do that. I need to heal that. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like the 100th monkey, basically. Ooh, yes, the bodies get chilled with that. That was a good one.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. She'd like to know, where does all her intuition about healing come from?
From me. I mean, that was a silly question, really.
Yes.
And then I get connected to different sources as well. So it doesn't just start and end with me. Like, I'm being facetious right now, but no, really it does. I get connections from source and from the angels, as you well know. And it's like we tap into their frequency. We tap into their field of knowledge. It doesn't mean we necessarily have to tap into the actual angel themselves. Sometimes they do show up, but we're tapping into that field of energy.
Yes.
And then we are allowed to bring it through, and we help that way. And that is what all guides, that is what all higher selves do. But people, again, have this thought blocks all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
She would like to remember the information Uncle Gene downloaded to her during that amazing visit she had. Is that possible?
She has had many learnings from that, and there are more. There are more. He is actually an angel. He's up on the 7th realm right now, is where he kind of resides. He is connected with a bunch of different, I'm seeing Palladian, Arcturian, but I mean, it's not, those are almost like cover stories. There are bigger beings than that.
Yes.
And as they come down here, they filter down to human acceptance. And again, we have been programmed to believe that these are all the good people, so this is what we believe.
Yes.
But they have come from angels on high. Yes.
Yes. Beautiful.
That would be wonderful to understand that whole mechanism, wouldn't it?
And then she'll be able to remember this information that Gene had downloaded to her.
Yes. Again, there's that, once we get rid of the fear factor.
Is there anything?
Fear factor does a lot of stopping. Sorry.
Yes. Is there anything that this one can do to help remove that fear factor?
Yes. Stop listening to our own thoughts and just trust the intuition more. Because this one used to go into always, first case scenario was always the worst one. And then you had to remove yourself from that. And it was really hard always to come back from that. That has been her lifelong, like, what's going to hit me next?
Yeah.
What's next? And she well understands that it served her during her time as the nurse. But it no longer serves. Because as you're having those thoughts of what's coming next, what's worst thing that's going to happen to me, those are the thoughts you're putting out in our projection, out in our field. And things are happening in so fast right now. You have that thought and it's in your face. Like there's no like 3 years down the road like it used to be. Now it's like you have that thought, it's going to manifest today.
Yes. And so when these negative thoughts and fears come in, we reframe them. Beautiful.
And just not mine anymore. Not mine. Because it comes with a frequency and it comes with a, the memories of all the bad.
Yes.
You just got to step out of that mud.
And as we're talking about these negative thoughts and situations, she wondered why she seems to attract so many. Can you help her to understand this?
It started off as learning,
Mm-hmm.
and it just became, like I said, an expectation of her every day. Like, what's going to happen now? When is the other shoe going to drop?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, showing her these miracles and things that happened, it boosted her. It boosted her immune system, and it boosted her everything in the physical body, because she responds a lot to the physical body, and it boosted the energy that's in the energy fields to understand that there is another way.
Mm-hmm.
And those are exactly the words when that angel came through and helped her that day. He said to her, there is another way.
Yes.
And that wasn't just, she didn't understand, that wasn't just for the patient, it was for her. There is another way.
Yes.
So yes, things did get out of control, because these thoughts, you throw these thoughts out and the fire comes back at you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, forgiving the father
Mm-hmm.
would have mitigated, but it's,
Yes.
yes.
And is there anything that we can do to help her to stop that cycle, that thought?
The father thought is okay. No, she has done enough work and forgiveness on that.
Mm-hmm.
Her confusion comes now from, like I said, stepping off of that board of being the nurse and being the spiritual person. Now I have to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yes, we will let her allow, we will help
Beautiful.
to help her see her vision a little more clear.
Mm-hmm.
Because these businesses that she had, she just didn't have the trust. And the one was not meant to be, but she pushed her way into it anyway. She decided this was going to be a good thing, from hell or high water, were her words. And it didn't. It just cost her money.
Yes.
But she needs to learn a new healing modality, and we are going to help her get the visions and help her see what she needs to do next.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
She'd like to know who has been shining lights in her windows her whole life,
Hmm.
and is it connected to these shiny beings that she saw? The three shiny beings.
Yeah. My first thought was Palladians, but like I said, there is always something behind that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to believe that first thought just because. I'm going to open that door.
What does your higher self say who these shining lights are from?
She's saying she was right. The Palladians are just a cover story. It was us.
Mm-hmm.
She has always wanted to have open communication, because she has recognized, even as a child, that her life was saved many times by communication with not just her higher self,
Mm-hmm.
but with these beings that are with us now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a council of beings.
Yes.
And she has actually met them a couple times in meditation, but they were there guiding her through her childhood
Mm-hmm.
and saving her
And
and
this,
guiding her.
yes. And
So that was us. We would take her and we learn, we take her out and we learn, we take that essence
mm-hmm.
of light from people that are learning things here. This is what a lot of these abductions are. We're not harming people. We take them and we just absorb their essence because it has their experiences in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to be aware of what was going on. So these lights were always letting her know that, yes, we are here.
Mm-hmm.
And like she said, she came to realize it didn't harm her. It is our way of expressing joy, although it is not perceived as that.
Yeah. Now that she has a better understanding of that.
Yes. Mm.
What is Tell us what we need to know about absorbing the essence of us.
It goes, again, we've all got our ET family in us, a guide, or whatever you want to call them, your angels.
Mhm.
We all have somebody that is from off-world
Yes.
that lives in us
Mhm.
and learns and helps us. We all have that right now. We didn't used to, but
Yes.
in the last, I'm looking at, it looks like 20 years, there has been so many of us have come in
Mhm.
to learn and to help and to guide, because we want this to go right.
Yes.
She was told this is her third time of doing this. And if we don't get it right this time,
Mhm.
then the earth could have just died, but it's not going to. I think, we have done enough work now and helped enough.
Yes.
Mother Earth was being helped long before we came into integrate into people, but now the people need to ascend as well.
Mhm.
So as that essence, as you learn and grow, it is our way of, let's say, gauging how we are doing, how you are doing. And it's a joy to us to see your experiences,
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you very much. She wanted to know who she was. She heard that she was a teacher commander for others to come through and learn life lessons.
That is true.
Mhm.
That is true.
Can you explain that to her more? What does she need to understand from that statement?
I'm going to take her mind back to when she goes to a crystal castle, which is in the same kind of scenario that you went through with the bench and the beautiful garden.
Yes.
And she has met tables of beings there, and they're all from all different realms.
Mhm.
And each one of them is a representation of these beings that come through her and have had experiences. She's like the mother and is letting these beings come in, and she mothers them.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, what it has done, it has robbed her basically of a lot of interaction in childhood life, because these beings don't really know what they're doing half the time.
Mhm.
And they would cause trouble. And the inner her was knowing this isn't correct. And that's probably when there was always an interaction in there.
Mhm.
She always felt like she was of two people.
Yes.
And she actually was at times,
Mhm.
you know,
Yes.
like she would learn. Like she learned violence from the father.
Mhm.
And she didn't want to harm her friend herself, but one of these entities would come in and slap her friend, for example.
Mhm.
And the inside child would be horrified that that happened.
Mhm.
And yet it happened.
Mhm.
And she had no control over the body. That kind of thing was really hard. And yet, you send these beings in to learn stuff. You don't exactly know what they're going to do, how
Mhm.
far they're going to carry things.
Mhm.
So yes, that happened.
Mhm.
That happened a lot.
Yes.
And they have the memories, not her. They
Mhm.
have the memory of doing stuff. Because a lot of times this one would just like almost want to disappear.
Mhm. And that was one of her questions about the memory loss of as a child, and this is the reason.
One of them.
Yes.
Plus, she couldn't stand the noise of the arguing and the.
Mhm.
Her favorite place to be was in the basement, in the bedroom, right beside the furnace, and the furnace would run, and it was a very comforting noise because she couldn't hear anything else.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she even saw beings in that basement. So there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
So maybe this will give her some comfort now, knowing that
Yes.
She still feels guilt and shame and just absolute abhorrence at some of the things that she did or said to people.
Mm-hmm.
But these beings, they would learn sarcasm from the father and then want to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And she would say things that would come out of her mouth and she would be horrified that. So she had to learn to be quiet and not say anything. She barely talks around people because it's just like, you don't know what's going to come out of that mouth. And she would say things to them psychically that they didn't want people to know.
Yes.
And it would just come out.
Mm-hmm.
She told one young man something about he was adopted. Well, she didn't know that, but it just came out.
Mm-hmm.
And she was always spouting the truth about people, and they thought they were hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So again, she learned to really, really, really try to filter that before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it shuts down the throat chakra, right? It shuts down the senses.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And how does her throat chakra look now? Can we release those feelings of guilt and things she had as a child, since we've seen why it occurred?
Yes, I think we did that earlier. That was
beautiful.
Because it feels absolutely clear.
Beautiful. And I just want to confirm, she's been having hard arrhythmias. Where did that come from? We believe we
The
had
friend.
The friend. Yes. Beautiful. And now that we've cleared that device there that the friend put in, she'll see this clear up.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. And then also the neck and nerve pain was from some entities that we removed from the neck. I just want to make sure that that's clear now.
There is a burning sensation there, but when I look at it, it looks like it's a healing. It looks like the cells are reconnecting because there was disconnected nerves and
yes. And she
so much.
Beautiful. And it's healing. It's coming back together.
Yes.
Beautiful. And we already talked about the throat chakra. I just want to make sure that all our energy centers are balanced and spinning and open as they should be at this time.
Yes. She really noticed the sensation in the solar plexus when you were tuning to that one.
Beautiful.
That had a ripple effect. That was really, she really felt that.
Yes. That's
yes, the legs feel. Because I think they were affected by the root as well, if I look at that.
Yes. Beautiful.
Oh,
so they're all looking good now at this time.
Yes.
We removed several devices. Is there any other AI or implants that we need to take out today that are not serving her best and highest good?
I'm seeing a tiny one at the bottom of the spine.
What is this? What is this device doing?
And also, it's just a little vortex.
Mm-hmm.
It was left there from whatever that was happening in her spine those few times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like somebody left an opening there so they can come back, even though she's been willing them not to, and not allowing.
Let's go ahead, and as I strike the tuning fork for pure white light, let's go ahead and close that down and remove that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Watch it dissipate and transmute any device and close that vortex and portal down. The angels are working on that. How does that look now?
It's closed up.
Beautiful.
And there's a blue light there surrounding it as well.
Beautiful. They're there protecting it. Make sure it doesn't open up again. Is there any black magic that we need to take off today?
There are some black wings, but they're not attached to the body. They're out. They're on the astral plane.
Mm-hmm. What do we need to understand about these? How can we remove these?
They just don't belong there.
Mm-hmm. What color light can we use to remove those?
Oh, nice pink rose quartz.
Beautiful. We're going to strike that tuning fork here in a bit. But what is this? What are those black wings doing?
No. By the friend.
Mhm.
Another friend who got injected so many times with this. You know, this demon lives in her.
Mhm.
Ah,
Let's go ahead and blast that away and
yeah.
send healing back to the friend. What color did you say you'd like to use?
Why the pink, the
Beautiful.
white.
I'm gonna strike the tuning fork for the color pink.
Yeah.
Place that frequency there and send healing out to the friend.
Mm.
Dissipate, transmute, disintegrate. Use for good elsewhere. How does that look now?
But
Beautiful. We remove several energy cords that were not serving her highest good. I make sure that they're all clear, all our negative energy cords that are not serving her best and highest good.
it's funny now if I see something, there's immediately a blue light goes there and it disappears.
Mhm. It's taken care of. It's healing. We've cut
Yes.
numerous cords.
Yeah.
That's all we're seeing now is the healing blue light that's taking them down.
Yes. Yes, they're still working on the ankles, the feet. The blue light is still there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. She's had a fear of heights. Can you show her real quickly where that came from so we can release that today?
An airplane.
Mhm.
I'm in a Second World War for some war,
Mhm.
not Second World War. It's a war.
Yes.
I'm in an airplane.
Mhm.
And she's had this vision and didn't understand. Yeah, this guy just hit the mountain.
Mm.
And he could see the ground below him and he was scared to jump out of the plane.
Yes. And so
Ah.
this was the parallel life of hers that happened.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm moving back again.
Mhm.
In a weird way, it's like this guy planned that because he was in this Mayan. I'm looking at these Mayan temples. Oh, she yawns when she's clearing.
Mhm.
Ah, what does that have to do with the fear of heights?
Mhm.
I'm chopping off people's heads in this Mayan
Mhm.
temple thingy.
Mhm.
Woo! Oh,
Is there something that we need to clear with this?
oh, that is not nice. I can actually feel the bones crunching. I'm cutting off people's heads.
Mm. What do we need to understand about this?
That was their religion. It's so silly.
Mhm. What does she need to clear from seeing this image?
Oh my God. Karma.
Mhm.
I just felt like I had so much karma piled on me because of that.
Mhm.
I just thought I had to pay for that forever and ever. Amen.
Now that we've seen this, how does this karma look? Has this karma debt been paid?
Oh, yes.
Yes, beautiful. We could release this.
Yes, without an understanding. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Whoa.
Continue.
I was thrown off a mountain because of that after.
Mm. Mhm.
There we go.
Beautiful. Now let's look back at those points in the life. Let's look at those bodies laying there after they've been thrown off the mountain and after the pilot crashed into the mountain. Let's look for any soul fragments that were left behind.
Okay.
I'm going to highlight those with white light. Do you see any soul fragments left behind?
Yeah. No, they're all being lifted and cleared.
Beautiful. Let's have Archangel Michael clear and clean those before we reintegrate them back into the soul.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. And now that we've seen where this fear of heights come from, can we release that today?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Is there any final messages for this one?
Just live your life and be happy. You haven't been happy in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about the mother. The mother will do her own time.
Mm-hmm.
You did a good job today.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Tony.
You're very welcome.
Really good. The angels thank you as well.
My pleasure. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for all the help.
And I thank your monk that comes through you. He's been very helpful today.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
I want to thank him.